Here is the second page of first lesson. First, I will read it aloud, children. All of you concentrate well when I am doing the reading. There is no need of any textbook for you. Just you can concentrate here and relate it to the topic, whatever images or any other visual aid is required, that I will provide it for you. Okay, children? So don't forget to like and subscribe. Only on that condition I would forward you and you would receive the next new video of new page. Okay? So here plants for their food. But how do plants carry out their life processes? Scientists have been working for centuries. Scientists have been working for centuries to find out how plants carry out these life processes. We know that among all life processes, the process of photosynthesis makes plants the universal food providers for all living organisms. About this we have already discussed, but in this paragraph you need to know what is the meaning of life processes. So all the processes which makes a cell living, like the different systems in our body, the different organs in our body. For example, heart. Heart is a organ. It needs the connection of blood vessels. It has a work to be related to the lungs, then to the kidneys. So this heart along with the blood vessels and connection to other organs is called as the circulatory system. So like this many systems are there in our body which are in coordination with each other. So this will help to carry on the function of a living organism. Even the living cell, a minutest cell, internally whatever processes metabolic activity it is performing, that all is related to the different life processes which are being carried on. So for performing all those life processes, our body requires food, and in that food lots of nutrients have to be present, and all the food directly or indirectly every organism has to depend upon the plants for its survival. You have studied something about photosynthesis in your earlier classes. Von Helmont and other scientists believed that plants get their food material not only from soil but also from other sources. So, in this paragraph, the main thing is about von Helmont's experiment. So, in your previous class, in 7th class, you have that topic, children, about von Helmont's experiment. I will show that textbook page for you. So now you remember, children, this lesson in 7th class, nutrition in plants. Here in this topic we have this particular para where we are mentioned about the von Helmont's experiment. So in this experiment it is very clear. If you go through this once more, you will have a better idea. You can take the screen capture of this page and go through it. Just on the whole, I would like to say what is the main idea behind it. So von Helmont, he conducted an experiment on one plant. First, what he did, he took a small potted plant and then he has weighed it and planted it in a very big pot by covering it with a lid which had many holes in it. Then just little bit of water was provided, it was receiving the sunlight and the soil was as it is. Care was taken to cover it with the lid which had the holes so that the leaves or any outside material should not get mixed up with the soil. Then, after 5 years, it was found that there was a tremendous increase in the weight of the plant. But reduction in weight of soil was very minimum, and it was using just free of cost air, from that air carbon dioxide, and also it was taking the freely available solar energy. In the next page, you can see this tableau from where tree. The weight of the tree was at the starting 2.27, and the weight of dry soil was 90.72. After 5 years, the weight of tree was 76.74, and the dry soil its weight reduced due to 90.66. And in the last column, the change in mass in kilograms 74.47 related to the tree. Means how much weight it has increased from starting after 5 years. The weight of the tree was 74.47 increase, whereas reduction in the weight of dry soil was only 0.06. So this proved that soil, of course, it is very important for the growth of plant. But from that, the minerals which are used, the minerals which are present in the soil, has to get dissolved along with the water. When water is available, then only the minerals which are present in the soil will get dissolved along with the water and get absorbed into the root hairs. Then the plant will be able to utilize those minerals. Then the plant, for performing photosynthesis, it was using the solar energy as well as the carbon dioxide from the air. So this all proved that, according to von Helmond's experiment, it proved that we think that only maybe the solar energy is very important, but that was not the fact. For a plant to perform photosynthesis, how much important solar energy is. In the same way, water is also very important, carbon dioxide is also very important, soil is also very important, so that it will fix the root and allow the tree to stand erect on the soil. You can see that some of the trees will be very, very huge. So that is only because of the strength which the soil is providing, so that the roots can penetrate into the deeper part of the soil, and then the tree can stand very tall and erect. So all these things are very essential for a process of photosynthesis to take place. Carbon dioxide, water, light, and also chlorophyll pigment is very, very essential. The minerals which are present in the soil is also very important. So here you have next question. Can you name some raw materials needed for photosynthesis? Yes, can you say, children, what all are the raw materials needed for photosynthesis? We can say that down here you can see carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of light and chlorophyll gives rise to CH2O plus H2O plus oxygen. This is the intermediate stage of process of photosynthesis. But finally, in the next page, you will have one more equation which is called as the equation for photosynthesis. That is 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 12 molecules of water in the presence of light and chlorophyll will give rise to C6H12O6, which is starch, plus 6 molecules of water and 6 molecules of oxygen is liberated. That is the equation for photosynthesis, which is very, very important and you need to learn it. Okay. The next question is, what could be the end product of the process of photosynthesis? The end product is starch or glucose, water, and 6 molecules of oxygen is liberated. Then let us study the process of photosynthesis in detail. Now next let us see about the photosynthesis. First you observe the diagram. Every time first you should observe diagram, children. With the help of diagram you can understand the matter very well. So it is an animation view where a plant, its peak is being shown, and it will give out what? Oxygen during the process of photosynthesis. And then the plant requires sunlight, carbon dioxide, then water is essential, soil is essential, minerals we will get, plants will get from the soil, and then the chlorophyll pigment, that is the site where all this photosynthetic activity will take place. Okay. Now let us see, photosynthesis is the process by which plants containing the green pigment chlorophyll build up complex organic molecules from simple inorganic ones using sunlight as an energy source. So this line first, this sentence will understand that photosynthesis is a process in which simple organic substances will be used in order to convert it in the chlorophyll. It will be converted into complex organic molecules. The process of photosynthesis is very complex. Several reactions take place in this process and intermediate compounds are also formed. So any reaction it may be, certain intermediate stages are present. In the same way in photosynthesis also, certain intermediate compounds will be formed. Scientists have tried to formulate a simple equation to indicate photosynthesis over 200 years. The equation that is used widely is formulated and proposed by C.B. Van Neel in 1931. His opinions was for each molecule of carbohydrate formed, one molecule of water and one molecule of oxygen is produced. Though photosynthesis is a very complex process, we use the following simple equation. Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of light and chlorophyll gives rise to CH2O plus H2O plus oxygen, O2. What would be the reaction to show that glucose is being synthesized? Write down a balanced equation. This equation you have it in the next page of your textbook. Refer the lesson chemical equations, carbon and its compounds in your textbook of physical science, class 10th. So with this we end children this page. We'll go to the next page, that is page number 3.